So hi, Welcome to Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
The Throwback Thursday, recorded on a Thursday, posted on a Monday.
Bam, boom, pow. Shaka-laka boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the new intro. See, that's it now. Yeah,
love it. We're continuing along here with Fall Out Boy. It feels like we've been doing this for like 9 weeks now. It's only been 3.
So we're both thoroughly enjoying the discography so far.
It's not even that. It's just the discography so long, and typically we would like be making a lot more progress in the discography.
We'd be like halfway through.
Yeah, like
3 in.
The percentage of how much we'd be in would be greater than we are right now.
We're a third of the way through.
Yeah, and that's not enough. Typically a little bit further, but that's okay because I love Fall Out Boy. Today we're chatting about their 2005 album From Under the Cork Tree, and my God, I love Fall Out Boy.
You start this off. Yeah,
this album is the entire reason why last week I was like, I never listened to Take This to Your Grave, because I started here with this album because of Sugar We're Going Down. Can't deny that song was everywhere in 2005, and I was listening to the radio in 2005, and I'm sure Dance Dance was on occasion, but I don't have vivid memories of hearing Dance Dance on the radio. I have vivid memories of hearing Sugar We're Going Down on the radio all of the time back then. So that's why I started with this record when I was going into their discography so many years ago, because of that massive familiarity. And this is just a phenomenal album front to back. And that's why I was so scared to go back one and listen to Take This to Your Grave, because I'm like, I don't know if they can top this. Not that they would be trying to by going backwards, but I was like, I just want this to be what I think Fall Out Boy is, and not go any further back. So it's definitely very much an evolution. It's a lot cleaner sounding, production wise. The songs are also a lot more like just pop focused songs, whereas there was bits and pieces of that in the writing with Take This to Your Grave, but this is like fully fleshed out, just straight up going for like pop structured songs, and I love that. I think the album is phenomenal. I love the way it opens with "Our lawyer made us change the name of this song so we wouldn't get sued." Also, by the way, this is the album where the really weird song titles start, and
they get weird.
and I love it for that. Of all the gin joints in the world, as the second track, like the first four songs on this album just hit after hit after hit after hit. I mean, honestly, I could name every single song on the album as a favorite, because of how much I enjoy this. This is genuinely one of my favorite albums of all time, and it's been a long time since I went back and listened to it. It's just, every song on here is so catchy and like is big. Like, it's so obvious what they went for with this record, and absolutely succeeded in that. They were going for that mass appeal, commercial success, and just nailed it. Clearly they're still doing it, all these fucking 20 years later. They're still doing it just as big as they were doing it around this album, so it clearly worked and it clearly stuck. But just phenomenal, especially the closer, the couple of songs towards the end. I love XO as the closer, but my favorite song is Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying. And then I can't even finish reading it because it cuts off on Spotify. Number one, I thought that song was super heavy back in the day. It's got a little bit of a screaming moment, and I was like, this is so badass and as heavy as Mama by
this is metal.
Yeah, by My Chemical Romance.
Oh,
and then EXO as the final song to close it off. Those two are probably some of my favorite Fall Out Boy songs, especially "Get Busy Living" or "Get Busy Dying." Man. And then the entire middle of the song, which I won't sit here and name all the songs because it'll take up half the review runtime. A lot of long ass song titles. Is also phenomenal across the board. Just a fantastic record that accomplished the goal that it was going for, which was that mass appeal, commercial success, and I personally think has really stood the test of time. And it doesn't feel like an album that was made 20 years ago. It feels like it could have came out today and had the same success that it had 20 years ago, and that's why I love this album so much, because it doesn't feel dated at all.
Okay, that's fair. And I hear you and I respect that.
Oh man.
Sorry. So no. Let me start this off by saying I did like this record a lot. I'm pretty sure I gave it like half a listen, and by half a listen, I either made it through like half the tracks or I was only like partially paying attention to it. I can't remember which one, but I mean, granted, it was like probably 5 to 7 years ago when I first found this record. Um, or more. I don't know. I know my introduction to Fall Out Boy was probably the Dance Dance music video because it came on after it was just in the fucking algorithm. You're gonna stumble upon it if you're in the alternative scene, if you're kind of poking around in there.
Mhm.
This album is a pivotal moment just for Fall Out Boy, for the pop punk scene, for the rock scene, just in general. Whether you are acknowledging like the actual sound of it and how strong it is and how big of an album this turned out to be for the scene, or whether you're acknowledging the actual exposure that this record gave to the pop punk and rock scene. I'm pretty sure in passing I've heard Sugar We're Going Down because it was just fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Dance Dance again was one of those songs where it was just fucking everywhere. I remember when I was little and I saw the Sugar We're Going Down music video, I just thought it was fucking weird because I was like, why does that guy have antlers? Like, I didn't understand it. Now I do.
Yeah.
I get it, guys. I get it. Um, Overall, the record I think is just good. I think it's a solid pop punk record. I have no qualms with it. I have nothing to nitpick. There are a couple songs that I think are absolutely incredible. I think the opener is great. I think of all the gin joints in all the world. Wow. Okay. I think track 2 is great. Dance Dance, Sugar We're Going Down obviously are incredible. I'm not the biggest fan of Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner. It just wasn't that great for me. I've got a Dark Alley. I'm not saying the rest of that. You guys just fill in the blanks, you know? You guys know what I'm talking about. Track number 6, the Dark Alley, I think is good, but again, it's just not memorable for me, especially if you're still coming off of the high of the two-hitter of Dance Dance and Sugar We're Going Down. But again, that's just for me because I'm so ultra familiar with those tracks, and it's so early in the album that I'm like, man, fuck, what's after this? Like, I don't even care anymore. Respectfully. 7 Minutes in Heaven, I think, is an incredible track. That's another one of the peaks, another one of the tracks on the record that I was not familiar with, but I was very happy to stumble upon. Sophomore Slump, track 8, I think is also really good. Champagne for My Real Friends, I thought it was just like one of those where I was just like, it's okay. Track 10, I Slept with Someone in Fall Out Boy, and I'm pretty sure it's like an All I Got was like a fucking bad song or something. Awesome name.
All I got was this stupid song written about me.
It's so fucking good. Now that title, I was like, okay, this one better be fucking good. And it was one of my favorites off of the B-side. Such a good track, and I just, again, the title just fucking does it for me. I love it. A Little Less 16 Candles, track 11, I think is possibly the best track on the record. The energy is phenomenal. The writing, just fucking everything about it. I just really like that song. And to me, it is the Fall Out Boy song because it just feels that kind of like teenager, summer, fuck you, mom, like type of vibe. And I'm like, that's just how I see Fall Out Boy. I know they're like 40-year-old men by now, but it's like, that's just them. That's just how it is. 12 and 13, the second to last and the closer, I think are great songs. I think EXO does close out the record very well. And then it just picks right back up because I did have it on loop for a little bit. Um, I think it's just a good record. I don't know. It I wasn't disgruntled listening to it, and I wasn't like, I don't understand why this is such a big deal. I was like, no, I could see why this had such a big impact and why it's still a very important record in the scene. But I think I just maybe missed the moment for it to be as impactful and important to me as everyone else. I had those moments with so many other records, and I wanted to have a moment with fucking Fall Out Boy, but it just never clicked. I don't know what it is. I don't know,
We got
but
6 more weeks to figure it out.
yay! I'm so excited. So it's just Fall Out Boy, good band. You know, that's just good band, period. That's like my description of them. Yeah, they're good, but yet, I don't think they've done anything crazy noteworthy or crazy experimental or anything that stands out. I just think they're really good at something that's common. You know? They're just really fucking good at their jobs, but they're not like stepping outside of the box for me. Granted, that's from my perspective of someone listening to music in 2025. So maybe 20 years ago, this record was a new sound. But for me, it's just really good at what it is. It's good for what it is. It's incredible for what it is even, but it's just nothing that makes me go like, "Holy shit." Like how I was with almost all of the Bring Me the Horizon records because they were constantly evolving, constantly doing something new and incorporating sounds and shit that I've never heard before. Or I've heard before but just not in a metal context or not in a pop metal context. So that's my review. I think it's a great record, but I haven't been impressed yet. That's it.
Yeah, it's 6 more weeks to be impressed. We got plenty of albums to go for you to potentially change your mind, but making bold claims to kick this one off, that's for sure.
I know. Dude, they're gonna rip the fuck out of me. I don't know, man.
But yeah, as I said, I'm a massive fan of this one. This is one of my favorite Fall Out Boy records. So going back to listen through it, it only took one listen for me to formulate my opinion into a review type. But I already had my opinion on this one going into the reviews 3 weeks ago. I was like, yeah, I know where I stand on this one. But those are our thoughts on Fall Out Boy's 2005 album, From Under the Cork Tree. As we keep saying, and I keep amping Glory up, we have a lot more weeks to go with this.
It does not sound like you're excited.
No.
We have 7 more weeks to go.
We have so many more weeks to go with this. Every week I wake up, I look at the calendar, and there's another Fall Out Boy review sitting there. We have, I cannot emphasize this enough, so many weeks to go. No, I'm excited. Maybe less for like the stuff that you like from the band, the new stuff. But I'm excited for the next couple of weeks. But we will be talking about every single Fall Out Boy album. So if you want to hear our thoughts, apparently polarizing opinions as of right now,
hot takes. I will continue the hot takes because with the newer shit, I know I'm gonna get fucking crucified with all of that. So I'm just very excited.
Yeah, Glory will continue the hot takes until the end of time here, which is when this review series will end.
Because we have so much.
We have so many Fall Out Boy albums to review. I'm thinking we do the remix albums after this. All the remix EPs.
Fuck, dude, we're already there. Like we might as well.
But if you are interested in hearing our thoughts on the rest of the Fall Out Boy discography, subscribe. It will help us out. It helps us out a ton. You can follow us on Twitter. It's Good Noise _cast. Instagram's Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. TikTok is Good Noise Podcast. Audio streaming services are all Good Noise Podcast. And Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Other than that, I've been Shane.
I've been Glory.
And we've been the Good Noise Podcast. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.